It is so. When I surrender to the truth of this world, I click down one dimension. Because the truth of this world is illusion, and believing in it flattens things out. The laws of Newtonian physics do not apply at the quantum level, and yet all of that wiggly uncertainty follows its own set of rules. But the quantum constitution is too small to be read, except with a quantum microscope. And even then, the amendments are indecipherable once you observe them. So we must proceed on, wait for it, faith. I believe in the Father, the Son, and the quantum spirit, the teeny tiny electromotive force, and the well-regulated set of 12-dimensional ripples and vibrations upon which the visible is constructed. And it is a construct, or maybe it's real, whatever we mean by real. A girl with a see-through body just walked by. I had to put on polarized glasses just to perceive her. I saw a zebra and a zoetrope. Stripes, then blurs, then black, then white. You have to match the speed of perception to the speed of life. What is the law of attraction? Like attracts like, sin attracts death, crime attracts punishment. Your ass in those tights attracts my male gaze. It's not even a choice, it's reptilian. Your curves are full of information and delight. I look away in Christian deference, not to sin or to objectify your glutes into a set of firm and fecund objects. Hips don't lie, but they can be awfully chatty. You're the cat and I'm the scanner. My laser eyes are reading your body like a 3D QR code, and I'm spinning around the hologram of you in my mind at this very moment. I'm going to go home and download all of this later. Don't expect to make sense of it, and I don't expect you to either. The world may be an illusion, but it's not a fiction. Sometimes we know the what, but we may never know the why. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a riddle to be giggled at. All I have is dad jokes and a dad bod. No wife, no kids. Just these frozen embryos at the open mic, which I'm trying to implant into your mind. And I'll see you in 9 months, or I'll see you in your dreams tonight. I always feel like I'm good at ending poems, so if people know when it's over, I feel, I don't know, satisfied. Bastet. Unadorned and silent, she isn't impressing any of us. She's not trying to. Never acts out of urgency, keeps her own counsel, has a brother named Hansel, walks in the woods alone. She won't breadcrumb you or lead you on. It's not even clear what team she's on, even as she says everyone wants to fuck her. Something about the shape of her hips, more mastaba than pyramid. Smokes blue lotus of the Nile from an alabaster pipe. Has a cabinet full of extracts and vials. Keeps an asp in a glass drawer in her vanity. Calls her Cleo. Strokes her gently. She knows the difference between a present and a gift and keeps you guessing about just which one you'll get. She'll never call you. She's always happy to hear from you. I don't mind being an amusement or an adornment or a distraction for a night. Just to visit her realm is a sacred delight. We don't make love and we do not fight, but there is a bearing of flesh and bodies slickened with sweat. One kiss is all you get, and then she lets you out like a jackal before you bite, while she stretches out like a cat, purring herself asleep in the silver twilight. That's my girl. Asphalt days. secretly hope you're in someone's thoughts because they are in yours throughout your asphalt days. The street comes up to meet your feet with a certain indifferent brusqueness. It's not like you have anywhere to go, mostly circling the shopping mall in hopes of levitating it or forgetting yourself. Why is life reduced to commerce? Surely we can grow and grind our own wheat, set aside some colostrum from Molly, our cow. We can cast our own iron pipes to carry our reprocessed food and discarded corpuscles into the city sewer, which we also maintain. Life is orderly beneath our feet, and we keep it that way. Topside, too. Walking the beat, swinging a battered baton like George Kennedy in The Blue Knight, a benevolent threat to his own evil-doing other nature. Someone has to justify his job. He's also a pyro fireman on a volunteer basis. And so am I. That woman you love has a man who is rebuilding the home they own together in the country, which recently reduced itself to charcoal. Everything was lost, except your fossil-fueled hope that she would turn to you for succor or shelter. But you are the sucker, sheltering middle school daydreams for decades on end, staring at the big jar of licorice laces and buying what you can with the quarter you found in the gutter below the parking meter. Your time is up. You never cared to look at the little red hand. You just kept walking the beat, looking for loose change and staring at a jar of candy you will never taste. How many of these can you take? Plastic abides. Sometimes you just want to paint a flower and you choose a plastic lily for your model. Who's going to know? And it won't change as you work on it over the course of days. You'll change, but even so in barely noticeable ways. The paint may dry in your tray covered in cling film, but the plastic abides, fresh as a daisy, day after day. How did they ever paint waves and tides in the days before cameras? To freeze the world with your eyes? To capture a moment on canvas? To paint a bird in a flat sky, wings spread forever? Doing the most unnatural things in all kinds of weather to tell a story to ourselves and maybe to someone else. Or something that may have happened or maybe will or maybe never did. I gave a bouquet of plastic flowers to a Martian. I told him I understood he had water on his planet, but it was mostly frozen. He said yes, that he would enjoy having something colorful to look at in his underground home. I said, if you like, I'll come up to an open mic night and read some of my poems. He was very polite and made some excuses about why that wouldn't be a good idea. I guess that's why I'm here, because the Martians wouldn't have me. Maybe what I have to say is no more than plastic flowers to you. I'm going to propose to my wife with a tin ring with a plastic jewel, then I'll know if her love is true. Because the ring is only a token and a symbol. But if she needs something, she can show her friends. That's where our love begins and ends. And she's not the one for me. I'm not suggesting that she walk down the aisle with a plastic bouquet. It's more romantic to approach her imminent husband with something that smells and something that decays. Her father, in other words. But that's not something I would say out loud because some things aren't funny and crude humor can spoil a sacred day. But everything dies and fades away. No one impresses plastic flowers in the pages of a book. Sometimes you need the real thing to become a symbol of itself or a symbol of something else. Is love a mechanism? Or is love the purpose of mechanisms? I'm not sure if this is a machine to say I love you or a machine to make you love me. This is quick and bright and true as I'm reading it to you, and tomorrow it will be a flattened memory and you'll wonder if it really happened at all. A man on a cart in a vinyl bag is solemnly rolled down the hall. Flesh is weak, love fades, plastic abides. All right, enough of me.